What it be, what it do, players? It's your boy Cousin Roy back with another episode of Talking Manchester. Derby Day is upon us, one of the biggest games of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, let us get it all in. Junson, what's happening,
What's
bro?
up, man? What's up? What's up?
This
What's up?
thing is
What's up? What's
going
up? What's up?
crazy. This is
This,
the week where we need both the Konoha and the Uchiha to come together to combine their powers, and try not to get beaten badly.
yeah, come and unite and save this
Save
United.
your jobs, save United, save the club's reputation, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be an absolutely crazy match this Monday morning early for us, half an hour past the hour. And bro, it is scary. Manchester City versus Manchester United, one of the biggest games of the season. Manchester City are number one in the Premier League for ball possession. Let me just start with that little tidbit out there. They have about 71 or 72% of the ball in every single match. They're averaging 70% of the ball, guys. I'm thinking, is that stat right? I mean, you including what, the FA Cup and the little leagues, is it? Because maybe their junior teams all must be going all crack crazy because they're running away with the league. Luck is also on their side with VAR saying, "Nah, I think City should be the champion this season." If that's a handball, we say it's not a handball. We just keep giving them the 3 point. Now they are coming to us riding high, absolutely feeling great about themselves, great about the team, great about their coach. Basically, they have nothing to worry about, and they are playing our team, who were on an incredible high running into the game. Our last game last week, we had 7, 8 days rest against Watford, and we ended up drawing 0-0. We had 378 chances on goal, and we hit the goal post once. We just kind of grazed it. So they gave us that stat, and everything else missed. Everyone was off target. So I'm very, very concerned this week. And it was quite a challenge trying to figure out what their formations would be. You know, guys, after me and Judson went on day before yesterday, after we went off, we suddenly like, we got everything out. We got our feelings out. But there was a little bit of concern there. I didn't see in his face that he was like, no, no, I think we'll be doing okay. And he felt in my tone that I think Lois I think Cousin Roy is a bit lost here because we don't know how we're gonna line up tomorrow, man, day after tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know what kind of formation Ralph or you wouldn't be coming in. He's been chopping and changing, and recently he has been coming in with a little bit more of a consistent one. But I don't know lah. I don't know against Pep. It's
And
going to be a mystery for all of us.
and so tuning into Ralph's press conferences just now, I said, okay, we got to try and find some pointers, some clues here on how we're going to play. But it was an absolute shambolic press conference, I have to say. We are just before the Derby game, but at 3 quarters of the press conference was full of questions of who's going to be the next manager. It's blasphemous, man. I didn't like it. I was like, yo, we're going to play City. I don't give two craps really what's going to happen at the end of the season. But because I think these English reporters are hearing the news that there's already been somebody lined up. All right. It's been more leaning towards Ten Hag lately. But I don't know. The Pochettino news just keeps coming up here and there. So I suppose their editors are saying, what I feel is, if the editors are saying, look, go in there and grill him about this managerial thing. So for the next few weeks, we have something to ride on, something to hold on to, because this game against City, they're going to get hammered. That's it. Snap. Okay, cool. Okay, thank you for tuning in, guys. Remember, like and subscribe. Junson, thanks for coming on, bro. I'm going to treat you
Right.
like Matt Damon and Jimmy Kimmel in the old days. Sorry, we ran out of time. We can't keep you in. Good night. Take care. I'm out. I'm out. Bro, I'm telling you, bro, that press conference, I saw it and I was waiting to see some team news, some team something, because I'm trying to get the lineup up, right? But
Nothing.
nothing came, brother. Bro,
Nothing.
I'm like starting, okay, you said you wanted to be here. Then he said, yeah. And sharp, Professor is sharp. He said, no, I know what I said. I said, at the end of the season, I will consider it, not now. All right. And then the guy was kind of insisting, but he answered the same thing. We moved on to a little bit of crap news and something about Cavani and whatever some long term crap nonsense and all that. And then suddenly we came back into the managerial thing again. Like, is it hard for you to build a team and we don't know who the next manager is? And I'm like, what nonsense is this, man? Nobody cares about this. I want
Nobody
to know who's
care. I
going
mean, I think
who's going
everyone
to
is
play
getting that
next.
fatigue already of this whole managerial thing. I mean,
Ah, so that means,
just get on with the football lah.
bro, have the English press written us off in this next game? The English press, probably all their bosses all saying, look, they're definitely going to lose this game. Forget about it. Just talk about the manager, because I've got no player news there, bro. I'm like, okay, so everything's fine and hunky dory. Do you want to play attacking? Do you want to play defensive? Bro, talk to me, man. I got nothing from that press conference except Cavani,
Cavani and McTominay. I
Cavani.
think he didn't really touch about McTominay as well. He
Yeah, I
just said
didn't.
that he joined the training. That's it. But looking at it, I think McTominay may actually going to start.
I hope so. And
I
there was
want him
something
to
about
start.
Ronaldo also, bro, around there. Something about Ronaldo as well. The agingness and the age and having to rely on him and all that. So, what do you think, bro, about that press conference? I honestly felt we did not get
You
any
see,
team news,
I don't know.
important team news, midfield.
I think this season itself, we're looking at all the press conference, even during the first few months of this season with Oli. The press conference has been going on and on of everything except football. You notice everything about except football. First they talk about Oli's future. Then after that they talk about Ronaldo. Then after that they talk about Maguire. But nothing about football. It's like 80% of the news is all about everything else. Then 20% is about football. And that also is all those trivial things that we already know. We already know. So
A drop a like if you all a drop a like if you all like to see Junson frustrated.
I
Where's the
mean,
football news, bro?
we
Who
being
cares, bro?
media people, right? I mean, this is so frustrating. You go to the press conference hoping to get some really important and really hot story, and this is what you get. You can see the what you call a lot of all the reporters are trying to dig more information, more stories, but
You know what, man? I only say this. This is a game. This is a derby game. Okay, and with the midfield having so much scrutiny and Talas playing so well before, and then now Shaw is back, and then Bisaka is a good defender while Dalot is good going forward. So you got questions there, and then you got mainly questions around the disjointed defense. Are
Mhm.
you going to play Maguire? Is Maguire okay? Things like that sell the news. They hear only talk he's going to start, and then you can go on to Ronaldo, which they did. So big game like this, before a big game like this, why are we listening to news about who gonna be next manager, who gonna come in this, who gonna come? I was very frustrated with that. I did what I took the blue,
Uh-huh.
took it to the toilet, played it there, and then I took a shower. I said, you know what, this is going nonsense because usually I listen to it like 4 5 times.
Hmm.
The second and third time I just started listening to it in the shower, and there was nothing useful. So on that note, right, this is how I am going to line up the team because team news is pretty much non-existent lah. So we spoke off camera, and let me just start before I announce my lineup. You're going to war, hugging and kissing. Don't even look at them. You're going to battle against them. Those were the famous words by Roy Keane after watching our team play against Liverpool. And after the game finished, Harry Maguire went and gave everyone a kiss and told them, "Hey, if you want to get it on with my sister, you can go ahead." So
I,
this is what,
I think most likely say yes. My Instagram, like and subscribe.
yeah. Like and subscribe to all my shows,
You
my
can
my
tag my
socials,
sister
please.
along also.
Yeah, please tag her. So look at this, man. So sister up for grabs, and I'm thinking we got to play with a back three. This is my reasoning for it. For the previous matches also, when Oli played City, City have almost an unchanged team. He played with three at the back, and we actually did well. I'm sure Ralph Rangnick will be aware of that because Fletcher is there. All right, Mike Phelan is now been moved to the Dobie room, laundry room, where he's cleaning the keys and they're ironing the drawers. But
Okay.
that's where the buck ends. And so Mike Phelan wouldn't tell them to play defensive. So he'd be listening to Fletcher. So on that note, I think it's good to use our defensive tool because nobody is injured. Everyone's doing fine. I'm also a big proprietor, whatever word you want to call it, of Aaron Wan-Bissaka. I feel against a team that's going to be super attacking with Kevin De Bruyne can play left or right, better get somebody who can track back, somebody who hasn't played much, maybe and hopefully will be awake,
Mhm.
somebody who's used to that atmosphere tomorrow. Because City going to come for blood. If I was City, I'm going to come for blood. So on in my back, I guess there really aren't any options in the back. So I have to be Varane in the middle, Lindelof right, Maguire on the left because Maguire and Shaw have that connection, right?
Hmm.
But buddies and all that. So no brainer lah. I don't need to explain so much lah. Kawan Junson explain his also. Captain for me definitely Varane. It's going to be unchanged forever. Um, Aaron Bisaka on the right to provide more cover. Shaw on the left because he's playing better, and I think he's the more defensive guy. And I think he's been playing more now, so there's better cohesion, and we need cohesion against City tomorrow. Now,
Mm.
midfield have to be Tommy. Hopefully, Tommy is not so. Hopefully, it's 110%.
Mm.
Like he cannot be 90, 80%. And then we're screwed. I hope he's at 110%. He's cured from that whatever illness he was facing, and he has to be anchor at the back. Fred can play on the left. It's okay. I know he'll track back. He'll do his duties. I'm not even worried about Fred now. Fred now we know his role. He has his duties, and he will have to perform those duties. As long as he performs those duties well, we are going to be we're not going to be talking about him at the end of the game. Then he's one of the unsung heroes.
Mhm.
So I'm going to say he is going to. Bruno, this is why I need to take a bit of time here. I don't
Take
know
all
whether
the
he's going
time,
to
man. Take all
turn
the
up,
time.
bro. I don't know whether he's going to turn up because he's still, yes, our best player in midfield. I still think he's the best player in midfield. When we're going forward, okay, going backwards, I think I'll give it to Varane. Going forward, he's still the best player. He's still the main creator, and he's still the one. He's still running a lot. He's
His
still running a
his
lot,
stats his stats tells everything, man.
right? So
He's still
the moving.
our star player. Hmm.
So I do agree with Paul Scholes that sometimes when he runs away and he moves away from his position, the other guy doesn't know how to cover him because he's all over the place. True, true, correct.
Hmm.
I feel that. And do I want him to stay in just his position? I would say some games, yeah. Some games, yeah, I prefer he just stay in his position, not run around so much and just keep asking for the ball to try and put in crosses. I wish he played to the formation, but I think maybe in a game tomorrow, right, we're going to try and unlock something. This is the guy, lah. Let's be honest. It's Tommy and this guy. Fred is still heavy footed. So Bruno Fernandez, I think we have to start. If he doesn't start, then it's going to be sulking and this. And also, I don't want to dream with that freaking drama tomorrow. I want his hands down at the whole time. Be grateful you managed to start. If not, I would have put Pogba there, hands down. And I think you'll bring that up later. And so, being the main starter, the quality starter, I think I have to put Homeboy. Now let's get into the fun part. Let me take a sip. Fun part here, guys, would be front. So full disclosure, lah. Me and Junson so off camera said don't start with Ronaldo.
Hmm.
But I felt when I was doing this, I was going to put Elanga there. No cap. I'm going to put Elanga there on the left. Both
I was
Fernandes
about to
front.
ask
Or
you. I let you
yeah,
go first. That's why I let you go first.
yeah, Elanga there front. Or right, I don't know how to do the swap thing. I'll learn soon lah. Or I will move where Sancho is. Right, I'll put Sancho's role there as Bruno Fernandes. Right, the Sancho here making Bruno Fernandes. You can see my mouse, right? Like
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So Sancho here, I'll move him to where Bruno Fernandes up here and put him in the middle here. So I put Bruno in the middle here, put Ronaldo in the middle here, these two at the back. So it'll be 1-2-3, 1-2-3, 4, 1-1. So it'll be 4-4-1-1. If I go 4-4-1-1, the three at the back here, the one that will complement these two wing backs will be Pogba. So it will be Pogba, McTominay, and Fred. Bruno right on the middle of the arch here, and Ronaldo up front. That's how it would be. That's how I was going to do. However, I feel that if I went and sorry, Ilanga and Rashford somewhere up here in front, whatever lah. I lost my train of thought there. So that will be one way. The other way, if I put Ilanga and Sancho in front here, then it'll be like how we spoke off camera, how we don't really need a striker up front when you're playing against a team like this.
Yep.
You have guys who can finish, guys who can score, and you want the young legs, the one that can run a lot because you're going to be running like crazy. If that formation, if you were to do that formation, bro, I might probably move Bruno up here and put two behind.
Mm.
So it'll be 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, and then 1. So these are the only changes, lah. The right now, the reason I had to put it like this is because he's definitely going to start Ronaldo. No way he won't start. It's the first season he's come back. First, we lost 4-0, I think, right? So
Hmm.
now he's definitely going to want some revenge. And this is a City game. He's going to want to play. He doesn't have to travel much. He's in the same town, just across the street, whatever it is. He'll have to start. So put Ronaldo in there. Let's not even forget about it. Sancho, man.
Yeah.
Come on, lah.
Why with Sancho? Why
Okay.
Sancho?
Because time to unleash. Like, we are not playing that well this season. So play this boy, let him get the experience and let him learn.
Oh yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
he can unlock suddenly, they say he has a moment, right? And he has a moment against Laporte or Cancelo where he beats them. And they say he extends that moment by going and then smashing the ball into the goal. I cannot imagine how much they'll do for his confidence.
And not
He
only that, Sancho used to be a City player. Damn. Okay.
he
Yes.
was there. I can, yeah, okay. So
Mhm.
there you go. So he's back in town, and team hasn't really played well in his first season. We're now only coming back, so he's dealing with all these kind of emotions at 21 years old. I like that, and I feel that he's coming into his own skin. Okay, I'm praising him, and I see everyone else also praising him. Some of them saying not good enough, fine, because they're looking at that price tag, right? It's cool, no problem. 70 million, Marshall is only 50 something. I see that.
Mhm.
However, in a game like this tomorrow, if he is 100% fit, if the coach sees him training well, sees that his heart is there, the fire is there, and he's up for it, man, this is the guy who's going to try to unlock this defense tomorrow. He's already had in every game he has played, he's had chances. And also, I just recall, I think there was a stat saying that whenever Sancho plays, we didn't lose or something like that. I think you guys would know better. Let me know in the comments, please, if you remember that. Something about him starting and we usually don't lose most of the game. So, but I'm not caring about all those stats. I know stats are crap. Like you can still lose now. So, 9 out of 11, 9 out of 11. Relax. This could
Relax,
be
man.
the 9 out of 12. So, but he should start. Just for those moments because Rashford still hasn't found his form, even though the coach will still continue supporting him, whatever. Please do lah, he'll find his form back eventually. But with Ronaldo being up there, Sancho having the speed, hopefully he makes the right decision, the right pass now, and hopefully he's able to unlock. And if he comes and he scores a goal, it's going to do wonders for his confidence. I would love that, and he'll give him the smanga, and then he can run around like crazy. So that's why Sancho and Ronaldo are starting. Yes. So this is my team. This is how I feel my team should form up with a good defensive line tomorrow because if not, we most likely might face a Manchester City team that's going to blast us out of the pitch. Okay, that's where we're at. Junsen, I'm going to bring you off in.
Okay.
Take it away,
Okay.
bro. All you.
I'm going to go a little bit more on the safer side, and I want to explore a little bit on the diamond formation simply because we want to counter what City is bringing. And for me, I want to go two up front. And if you notice, right, there's a lot of local players in there, as in United Academy players or local players. So because the reason why I brought them in is because they know what does it feel like to play against City, and I think Pep said it in his press conference as well. He said it doesn't matter if you are just 1 point behind, or he said 1 point behind or 25 points behind. This kind of game is all about the emotions. So the
Mhm.
thing is, these players know what does it feel like to play for United in this derby game, and that's the reason why I want to start with all the so-called the academy players. So I started with in the back. I want to see Varane and Lindelof continue their partnership. Over the last few games, the performance of this partnership looks to be blossoming actually quite well, and these two what I call they are smart defenders lah, yeah. And Shaw, I think we need him on the left. Teles is not really doing that well at the moment. I want to see Dalot in front, on the right, and because he can push the City's wingers back again. All right, City's wingers back, and he can push them forward, forward, forward. All right. Um, then in midfield, I want to see McTominay start at the base of the defense because at the moment, I think the last few games he have shown that he can actually play that position, and you can see that he's growing into that position, and you can see that Ralph is grooming him into that position. And further up front a little bit, I want to see Pogba and Fred as well. Fred, he plays better up front. He's better at pressing higher up in the pitch, but not as a holding defender, a holding midfielder. And Pogba, simply because I say again, he knows what does it mean to play against City, and also because I think he have something to prove, either to get a new contract or to get a new club lah. So he has something to prove. I want to see him do that, unlock that whole midfield as well. Bruno is a given. His stats against all the teams, the top teams, has been quite well, and he's our chief creator this season as well and previous season. So I want to see him up there again without the whining, without that whole moaning and whining and everything. I want to see him there. Up front, Rashford and Ilanga, simply because City doesn't have their first choice center pairing. Okay, they only have Laporte at the back. Most likely Stones will be coming in. He hasn't been playing the last few games in the center. So I want to see how Ilanga and Rashford uh, run riot, in the first half. Then maybe in the second half we can bring in Sancho, we can bring in Ronaldo, mix things up a little bit. Try to break their defense because this defense haven't been playing together for a while. So may have a misunderstanding among each other, and we can get them to run a little bit fluid in front as well.
So
What do you think,
wait,
man?
okay. First I got some major issues here with your lineup.
Okay,
I got major. These are the problems that make teams lose with your lineup.
okay,
You see
shoot,
Varan. You see Varan. The name there.
yep,
You see that down there got the green thing. The name tag. See
uh huh.
Varan's one is smaller than Lindelof, Shaw, and Dalot. That's a major problem, man. That's
Because
major
he's a
problem.
slick defender,
Because
man.
you need the spacing. Secondly, I'm getting a lot of hate mail when they look at your lineup, the spacing. There's too much spacing behind Ilanga on Ilanga's left. There's too much green. There's too much green spacing there. So ah, shit. Okay, you know what? Firstly, I want to ask real talk.
Mm.
The reason you didn't put Ronaldo in there because you don't think he's going to be able to take his chances, or you feel that he cannot get through this defense. That defense, City's
Okay,
defense.
I feel that he at the moment he's not on form, and when you're not on form, you should not start. I always feel that that's the point. He has been given quite a lot of chances the last few games. I mean, he was rested. I think against Watford, right? He was rested, and there was questioning of why is he rested? Not Watford. What was the other team? The other game he was rested. Then everyone was questioning why. But when he came back, he didn't score. He still didn't score. He scored against Brighton, and that was it. That was the only one. And he again didn't score against Atletico. He didn't score against last week was Watford lah. He didn't score against Watford.
Watford didn't score, missed the
Yeah,
chances.
open chances that he used to score, he didn't score. So the thing is, I don't want us to miss chances like that against City. So and Ilanga so far he looks like the guy that is high on confidence, and I want him to start. Rashford simply because he's a local boy, and I want him to be in there. He knows what does it mean to play for United against City, so I want him to be in there. And
Sorry, go ahead.
and his record against City is not that bad as well. So
The way you made your lineup is like a guy who's like born in Manchester United. So you're going to be Rashford because even like I know what you I know a guy even though he ain't playing that well and all that. This is what the football, this is the nature of football lah. This is
mhm,
how it is. Sometimes you have the good days, sometimes you have the bad days. Right now the team not playing well. It's you also not playing that well. You can't shine. You don't know what the hell you're doing. Right? Fair
mhm,
enough. So, but you feel like against a team like City, he can bring it, right? And I think it'll be quite exciting to see two young fellas up front running with
mhm.
Fernandez feeding them the ball.
Yes.
I think he and Ronaldo have fantastic telepathic. This one, man, it's incredible. But I
Mhm.
feel the City guys will be able to mark him very well. Sure, Ronaldo is a guy to unlock, and this one and that one. If he runs away, gets away, he might get a penalty. But just for this game and for the long term thing of the club, maybe we should go with this lah.
Yep.
Start the two young fellas. Like I wanted to like mine was the other one I said about the difference was if Ronaldo doesn't start, put Elanga and Sancho in front. So
Yes.
it's kind of similar to what you were
I was
doing up there.
contemplating whether to put Sancho in there, but I feel that I can bring in Sancho in the second half to wreak more havoc because
But
Sancho have something to prove as well. So I was thinking of bringing him. Let me play with that movement thing. So I
mm,
was thinking of bringing in Sancho in the second half, maybe for Rashford, and then Rashford, who I call can rest. So it'll be Sancho Ilanga, and if Ilanga is being marked and couldn't do anything, then our main boy will come in. Wow.
uh,
So you look exactly like how you, a little bit like how your formation is actually.
yeah, rest him up for the and bring him in the second
Yeah,
half. So let
give
the
that
first
impact.
half.
Yep.
Yeah, and
To
maybe it's a good idea. Like if we
mhm.
are about to lose, if we are about to play against a team that is the best in the league right now, we need more defense. Then the one you had just now with Rashford and Langa seems more feasible.
Yep.
Rashford can defend, so he will track back.
Hmm.
He's not exactly a bad defender. Elanga, I've no need to even say.
Hmm.
Probably the seconds. second speediest player in the team, maybe after Dallo, Ronaldo. That's it.
And he's young. He's young and he's
Ah,
enthusiastic. He's almost can be considered as a local boy as well already. He's been in Manchester for quite a while.
mm.
So
I believe he will get a little bit overwhelmed, but
mhm,
with with this kind of team behind you, you should be okay, man.
I
I
want to
mean,
see that.
time for you to claim something. So let's look at the two. Can't put side by side. This one. So if we
Okay.
look at it both like that, what it seems, okay, let me bring it one by one like that. All right. So if you look at it like this is a pretty much more defensive, trying to be safe
Mhm,
kind of formation, interchanging between whether you want to start with Rashford up front, whether you want to put the one I say what 3-4-1-1 formation.
mhm.
Either way, be interested to see whether he goes with this or he goes with this the 4-2-4-4-4-4-2 diamond formation
I,
AC
I think
Milan.
he's going to surprise us. Lah.
I believe so lah. I believe so because it all depends on what they are thinking after this. Like, of course, you should have won against Watford, but barring any injuries, barring any more drama, barring any more crap, their head should be up for the game now. I feel.
Mhm.
Hang on, let me. Okay, so there
And,
we go.
yeah, and I think Ralph said it in his press conference as well. He's still looking for the team to control, 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 control.
Yeah. So if you read between the lines, man, I
Hmm.
think we are setting up. Like they asked him how you going to try and win and all that, right? If
Hmm.
you read between the lines there, I think he's talking about control and talking about holding the ball and talking about not
But
losing.
yeah, but if you look at it, actually, the past few games, we have been playing actually quite well in terms of control. Our defense is a little bit more solid, and our midfield is creating a lot of chances. It's just our strikers are not scoring.
Yeah, just
It's
the
not the
finishing.
opposite. We've been scoring a lot before this and couldn't defend. Now we are defending very well and couldn't score. Come on, lah. Weh.
Man, I tell you,
The
it's so
heck, lah. Weh.
so bloody topsy turvy. I don't know, man. Like if you put a prediction on it, what do you think will be the outcome? We're playing away.
Okay, looking at this, actually, to be honest, our stats against City isn't that bad actually, to be really honest. And actually, in the last 6 games, we just actually collected 1 point lesser than City only. 6 games and 6 games, 6 games United, 6 games City, right? We City only managed to take 13 points from their last 6 games, and United 12. And if
Mm,
you look at it, so our form is actually, I mean, not exactly very bad as well. Of course, City lost points against what I call Southampton and Spurs.
Spurs.
But for us, we draw too much. We couldn't score. I mean, we couldn't score a lot. And what I call it, the last few derby games, we are not doing that bad against City as well. I think City only won once against
Mm,
us, won once, draw once, but United have won 3 against them. So for me, if you look at the previous record, the statistics, I'm not too worried. And the last time we visit the Etihad, we did quite well as well. So for me, I'm just hoping that we bring the game to them lah. We bring the game to them lah. And hopefully that this is the breakthrough game for us because there's so much at stake. You know, City has been running riot in the city of Manchester for the past few seasons, and the last thing we want is for them to claim that again this season. So no way, I don't want them to do that, and I want us to bring the game to them. So that's what I'm hoping lah, that we can do. And looking at the stats, there's a high chance lah, that we can do something. And I think Ralph have something up his sleeve to go against Pep. And Pep has been speaking quite highly on Ralph also in his press conference.
mm.
So we shall see, man. We shall see.
What do you think will be the score? What's your prediction?
Uh, I'm thinking maybe 1-0. It won't be a high scoring game for sure
1-0 for who?
for us.
For United. Okay. I think,
I'm being very hopeful. I'm always being very hopeful.
man, I think this is going to be. I think we might come back with an unfavorable result. So I'm looking at I think it might be 0-0. But if I'm being realistic, I think City might be able to score. Might be a 1-1 lah, hoping lah. I
But
hope we get a
yeah,
goal and then they score back lah, something like that.
I think we can learn a lot from their game
Against
against
too many.
Spurs and against Everton last week.
Yeah.
because they didn't play that well against Everton. They
Yeah,
created
they did.
chances,
Yeah.
but didn't play that well. So, and now they don't have Ruben Diaz in defense. I see this as an opportunity, lah. An opportunity that we really should go for it, lah.
I'll
They
say
have
at
a
least, if okay, okay, I'll get solid with it. I get solid with it.
Mhm,
If Ronaldo doesn't start tomorrow, I
mhm,
think it might be a could be a 1-1. If Ronaldo starts tomorrow, I don't think it might be a favorable result. 'Cause I think they might run riot on us. So unless something happens over the weekend and everyone suddenly is together in Semangat,
mhm,
it's not going to look good. Lah. It's going to be tough. I'm going to keep it real this week. I'm going to keep it real with you all this week. So anyway, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Really appreciate it.
mhm,
Quick preview there of Manchester United versus City. Again, just a quick roundup. That was a silly press conference because I didn't really get much team news. We don't know how we're going to line up, whether they're going to be defensive or offensive. I've got a 5-3-2. Jinson's got a 4-2-3-1 formation. We both feel maybe Ronaldo might start, but we don't have a problem if he doesn't start. We don't want to get hammered. We just want to come up with a favorable result. Ladies and gentlemen,
mhm.
thank you for tuning in. Remember, like and subscribe. And I'll see you all on Monday morning after the game.